Hello everyone, thanks for pressing play. You are watching a brand new episode of Talking Comics ExcaliburCCGTV, where every week we get you ready for Wednesday. I'm Chris, this is my co-host Buzz. We are Excalibur Comics, Cards, and Games here in Shreveport, Louisiana, as well as in Texarkana, Texas. And you can always find out what's going on with us at our website, ExcaliburCCG.com. Thank you to all of our viewers, subscribers, listeners, iTunes, Stitchers, YouTube, wherever else you're coming across our video and or audio. Thank you for listening and or watching. We really, really appreciate it. As you can see here, we are joined by a special guest today. More on that later in the episode. Hope you guys had a fantastic Batman Day, because that was this past Saturday, September 26th. So if you did take advantage of that, if your local store had something going on, tell us about it below, because we want to hear about it. We definitely want to hear about it. We're going to dive, guys, into some new number ones that are hitting the shelf this week. Some continuing stuff, some brand new stuff that we've never seen before. And we're going to go ahead and get started on that. I'm going to go ahead and kick it off, because we've been doing some of these anniversary issues. Here's another one this week. From Marvel Comics, we have Cavalry, S.H.I.E.L.D. 50th anniversary, number one. This takes a look at Agent May, the Cavalry, from Marvel's Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. in this special one-shot anniversary issue that is hitting this week. Love the cover by Del Keown. Huge fan of Del Keown. I wish he did more interior stuff. Love his stuff. But when this takes a look at Agent May leading a team of recruits on a training mission, and will she be able to save the day when everything goes wrong? If you saw the episode where she got the nickname Cavalry, then you never know. So you never know. So there we go, guys. Moving on.
From Image Comics, we have From Under Mountains, number one by Claire Gibson and Sloan Leong. In the first issue of this new fantasy series, old feuds and new monsters rise up to haunt the isolated northern fortress of Carsgate.
There we go, guys.
That's all we know. But
that's all we know. I wish his creative team would have told us a little bit more so we could share it with you guys. But if you like fantasy, then that should be right up your alley this week. Also, Doctor Who, the 11th Doctor, Year 2, number 1, hits this week from Titan Comics. Still got Simon Spurrier and Simon Fraser as the creative team here. This takes a look at the 11th Doctor here, and the Doctor and Alice, and another unique companion on the run with this new series. So we get to check out what's going on here with Doctor Who just in time for the new season that just started. Of course, a different Doctor, obviously, but there we go. There's Titan Comics milking that Doctor Who license for all they can get.
time for annuals.
Exactly. So last week, Randy and I mentioned that this is like the 5th week for the month. So we got several annuals from DC Comics we're going to dive into. Number 1, the first one is going to be Batman Annual number 4. Batman is gone, but Bruce Wayne is alive. What does that mean for Gotham City? We can take a look at that. And who is Bruce Wayne without Batman? That is the question in this annual, and we'll get to find out this week when this drops.
Speaking of Batman, Batman Arkham Knight's annual number 1. The Arkham Knight goes hunting for the Scarecrow. But what he finds instead is even more horrifying. Must be Mr. Bloom.
Maybe so.
Maybe.
We'll find
Don't
out.
miss a story that's sure to have Arkham fans.
Arkham fans. Arkham's taking a huge uptick in popularity.
The
and stuff
Arkham
here.
Knight seems to be taking his place here in the DCU.
Have you been reading that miniseries, that Arkham Knight series? It's kind of
I don't
interesting.
play the game, so I just...
So guys, another one we got, Grayson Annual number 2. This takes a look at Dick Grayson when he finds out that the Batman that he knew is gone, so he turns to his other mentor, Superman, to make sense of it all. We get to find out even more what's happening with Dick Grayson here in Grayson Annual number 2 as well.
Green Lantern number 4. Now, if you've been reading Green Lantern and hopped on with this reboot of the series where Hal's got these new powers and long hair, and you're like, What's going on? This issue tells you where. All we can tell you is he grew the hair himself. Other than that, you'll have to wait till this issue comes out and find out how he got the powers, how he's on the outs with the Guardians, and what happened with the Green Lantern Corps.
Yeah, there we go. So there we go. And in a similar fashion as well, new Suicide Squad Annual number 1 hits this week, and this concludes the Monsters storyline that's been going on. And they're finding out about this secret weapon that's deadlier than anything they could have imagined. Can the Suicide Squad stop it? We'll get to find out. You know, I like annuals that either could start a storyline or conclude one. You know what I'm saying? So we got, looks like we had two with these right here.
Green Lantern's filling in the gaps, and it's almost like a prequel to the current storyline. So I mean, it's about time we got some meaningful annuals.
Exactly.
I was just complaining about this last week.
That was the topic. That was the topic. So guys, there's some new number ones, notable issues, and of course annuals hitting this week from DC Comics. Now we're going to dive into storylines. Tons of stuff hitting this week, but we have DC and Marvel stuff to whet your appetites with. Starting with Darkseid War, continuing this week with Justice League number 44, Darkseid versus the Anti-Monitor, Superman versus Lex Luthor, Marina Black versus Grail. This chapter of Darkseid War has it all, plus an ending that could change the League forever. I know that's always bandied about, but I am really looking forward to this because I've really enjoyed the Darkseid War so far up to this point.
And in the immortal words of Chris on this storyline, yes.
Yes.
Speaking of continuing storylines, the Superman Truth storyline continues with Superman number 44. Arc reaches its finale as the Daily Planet and its staff may be the first casualties of Clark's identity being revealed. That last issue, Superman 43, we saw Lois put Superman's identity out there just to give him the edge on the villain that they're facing, because he was holding that over his head like a carrot, like, hey, I know your secret identity, I can release it. So Lois Lane's like, not anymore.
Exactly.
And now Superman's still kind of like, that still didn't help me, Lois. What are you doing?
Thanks for nothing, lady.
What are you doing?
Guys, that's the stuff from DC. Now Marvel still has some more Secret War stuff hitting the shelf this week, starting with E is for Extinction number 4. Cyclops and his old, or should we say classic X-Men, continue to resist the idea that they are outclassed by Magneto and his newer, younger, more attractive X-Men. In this issue, we get to find out more what's going on there. Plus, we also are still taking a look at what's going on with the Phoenix in this series as well. So there we go.
Ghost Racers number 4. The Curse of Victory, Robbie Reyes may have broken free of Coliseum races, but at what terrifying cost?
What cost?
What is the fate of the other racers?
I know.
Johnny Blaze, Danny Kitch, Alejandra Blaze, Slade, Zero Cochran, and after their betrayal to Arcade, can anyone win on the track of treachery?
The track of treachery! You know, I haven't read a single issue of that. I'll just be honest with you.
But Arcade being the villain in it sounds pretty interesting.
Yeah, they did a great job with Arcade with the Avengers Academy stuff or the Avengers Undercover stuff.
Yeah.
Hey guys, Hell Hydra number 3 hits this week. Nomad stands his ground. We get to see the teachings of Steve Rogers indoor with this particular issue. Also, who is Poison and why is she willing to help Nomad in this issue? We get to find out more this week.
Inferno number 5, which means this is probably the last issue of this. Darkchild's Demon Horde, the Goblin Court, and Sinister's Bloom clones all battle for power. Who will rule the new Inferno? The city is lost, but can Colossus defeat the Darkchild in single combat? And your soul hangs in the balance.
That's awesome. There we go. Demon Horde versus Goblin Court versus Sinister's Boom clones. All for that. There we go.
Colossus.
And Colossus. Never forget Colossus, people.
Yeah.
Never forget. MODOK Assassin number 5 hits this week. The Merc with a Mind.
Huh?
The Merc with a Mind. His series comes to a head.
That's a big one.
I can't write this stuff, guys. There we go. The woman who stole his heart, is her life is hanging in the balance, so we get to find out more. What will MODOK do to save the day? And hopefully win the heart of Angela. Find out in this issue right here.
X-Men 92 number 4, which, from what I understand, is going to be an ongoing series after all this is over. But,
Exactly.
You know, apparently they made some money off of it, so they're going to keep milking that cow.
Why not?
Yep. Professor X faces the X Sentinel. Oh. Can the X-Men overcome Cassandra Nova's X rehabilitation?
There we go. But yeah, I just read yesterday they are going to continue. They're going to conclude this series, and started a brand new one in early 2016, X-Men 92 ongoing series. So there we go, guys. So guys, there's your storylines right there. We got Dark Side War, Superman Truth, and then of course Secret War stuff hitting the shelf this week. And now it's time, you know what time it is. It's time for some of our favorites. We're moving on to the comics that are going to be at the top of our stack, the first thing that we read whenever we get them in our grubby little paws. Buzz, tell me about some of yours that you're most excited for this week.
The Disciples #4. Niles and Mitten crank up the horror, and this is the final part of the first story arc. Amid horrifying deaths and even more horrifying birth, can our heroes escape the carnage on this haunted moon of Jupiter?
Wait, a death and a birth? That's kind of freaky. What else for you, bro?
Sons of the Devil #5. Also the last or the final part of the first storyline.
Okay.
A traitor revealed. That's all we get.
Yeah, that's cool.
And because he hasn't been on the show in so long, Savage Dragon #207. A new story arc.
Oh, okay.
Dragon and Angel go to Dimension X to try to apprehend the longtime dragon villain, Mr. Gloam.
Ooh.
And save the other world's version of Angel.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So Angel is going to save herself.
Nice. Why not? And why not? This is comics. Anything can be done.
Yeah.
So there we go, guys. Something that I'm really looking forward to is The Mantle #5. I don't know if this is going to be the last issue, but this is the final showdown between the Mantle and the Plague. In this issue, someone is going to die. From what we've seen so far, the Mantle has a history of dying when going against the Plague. This has been a fantastic series. Totally caught me off guard. I don't know if this is the last issue or if this is going to be the final part of the first story arc, but totally digging it from Image Comics. Check it out. Also, another one that Buzz and I both read and love, Postal #7 hits this week. This main character, Mark, gets to find a way to communicate with his father, gets to take a look at his past. We get to find out what the mayor is doing in the town, and maybe she has let something in that can turn the town against itself. Don't know what's going on there with that, but this is an awesome storyline of a town with so many secrets. And a young guy, Mark, with Asperger's syndrome that he deals with, and living in this life and getting the story from his unique perspective. So there we go, guys. Some great stuff that we're looking forward to checking out and reading this week. Tell us in the comments below what you plan on reading as well, because we want to have a conversation with you about that.
Yeah, the mayor has a strong dislike for her ex.
Very, very strong. Very strong.
Which probably is what the letting in the evil into the town is talking about.
Something associated, either him or associated with him, huh? Yeah, so there we go. Hey, yeah.
If you're not reading that book, pick up the trade. If you don't like the first trade, then I apologize.
Yeah, exactly. But there's like a handful of books coming out now. Maybe a little bit more than a handful of books that are coming out now where I'm just like, I got to read it because I have no idea. I haven't put anything together. I'm not seeing that far ahead because each issue surprises me with the story, what's going on with it, where it's going to go. And this is one of those books. So I'm really, really enjoying it. So guys, time for the question of the week. And what exactly is this awesome looking dude doing here? Buzz, tell us who this is, please.
This is Dagoon.
Dagoon.
If you don't know who Dagoon is, then I just don't want to know who you are. You've failed as a person and a comic book fan if you don't know who Dagoon is.
If you have failed. You have failed this industry.
Dagoon is created by Eric Powell. He writes and draws the character and put out 15 or so trades of them. I mean, they were all like mini-series or whatever, series, but they're all collected by now. I think he's done with Dagoon now. Like, it's over.
Oh, really? For real?
Yeah, I think so. Like, from what I understand, he's dedicating himself to big man plans now. So.
Ah, okay. There we go. Guys, this is all, and everybody wish Buzz a happy birthday. It was his birthday this past week. I'm not going to reveal his age, but this is one of his birthday presents. This looks fantastic. The Goon, the sculpture, it's you can't really tell on video, from this distance, but up close, man, it's so articulate. It's so detailed. I mean,
zombie heads all over the ground.
I think this is Cthulhu right here or something.
Some kind of tentacle creature down there. And
there we go. Got his wallet sticking out his back pocket back here. Got the gun. Got an axe in one hand. It's just freaking awesome. So that leads us to our question of the week, and that is simply this: tell us who your 3 favorite non-Marvel, non-DC characters are. Your 3 favorite independent characters. Tell us who those are in the comments below. We want to know. Buzz, you got an idea about your 3?
The Goon.
The Goon.
Savage Dragon.
Yep.
And the Rocketeer.
The Rocketeer. Yeah, that's cool, man. Why not? There we go.
I'm sure there's more, but those are the first 3 that popped in my head. So.
That's cool. That's really cool. For me, I would have to go with Lazarus Carlisle. Really dig that character. Battle Beast from Invincible. Love him, man. I could not get enough screen time of him in Invincible. It was freaking awesome. Just great stuff. And for a 3rd character, let's see, who else?
Randy.
Randy is a great character. Randy's a really great character. Randy doesn't count, guys. But you can express your love for Randy and Buzz and myself if you want. Hey, why not? For a 3rd character, who else would I draw from here? Oh, I always dug Hellboy. So there we go, guys. I've always dug Hellboy. So there we go. Tell us your top 3 favorite non-Marvel, non-DC characters in the comments below. Let's have fun with that and have a conversation about that as well. And guys, that's a wrap. I really wish you could really see this up close and personal.
Go buy one.
Go buy one, or go Google some images or something, or
it's like $1.50
for $1.50. Yeah, exactly. This is awesome looking. So, guys, that's the show for this week. Thanks to all of our new viewers and subscribers and listeners as well. We really appreciate it. Go ahead and hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. As always, we are Excalibur Comics, Cards, and Games here in Shreveport, Louisiana, as well as in Texarkana, Texas. You can always find out what's going on with us at our website, ExcaliburCCG.com. Anything else to add, sir?
There's only 500 of these in existence.
For real?
For real.
You have one of 500.
I think it's like 120. 120.
Whoa.
Mine's number 100.
Nice. Collector's edition.
Oh, yeah.
Very nice.
He will look perfect on my mantle with the Savage Dragon.
I was about to say, who's he going to be beside? So there we go, Savage Dragon. So there we go, guys. Thanks for watching. Until next time, take care, read great comics, leave us a fantastic comment down below, and we will see you in our next video. Bye-bye.
Don't disappoint us.